So the New York Knicks bounce back again on the road against a sub 500 team. Boy, told you guys earlier that this game could be a 60-point blowout or it could be a 2-point game. And who would have known that we would have seen elements of both of those situations in this game? The Knicks had the fight. A pivotal third quarter turned this game around. Jalen Brunson and Towns seemed to find their groove working together. Jordan Clarkson, we're going to answer the question tonight. Did he tell Mike Brown and the rest of the New York Knicks coaching staff that I deserve and belong to be back in the rotation? This game has so many different storylines. A guy named Bryce Sensabaugh, I told you so, made it very difficult for us to win this game. But look, we're going to talk about this and more on this night's episode of Where There's Smoke, There's Fire. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey, man, welcome back to another edition of the Objective Knicks Fan Show. It's a pleasure having you guys here. Didn't think we were going to do a show tonight, but the game kind of went in an interesting way. So as we do on every show, we gotta smash that like button, all right? Off the rip, as soon as you enter the show, it's mandatory that you smash that like button, all right? Big time salute to some of the people in the building. I see you, my man Sam, in the building, man. Great to see you. Okay, Joe from AC in the building early. Big time salute. Okay, and my man Tugboat Taylor. By the way, Tugboat Taylor, you do have an extra callback. Just remember that. All right, continue to smash that like button. I see you, Randu, as you just popped in. Also, while you're at it, you might as well subscribe because we know that in the last 28 days, well over 60+% of you guys are not subscribed. So it's time that we close the gap and we need your assistance. So smash that subscribe button. We know you're watching. And we appreciate all the support. And I just want to let you guys know that we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And this is the next milestone, okay? 5K. And we, of course, once we get there, we have the 5K giveaway. Big time salute to the 5K giveaway. Now, look, all you have to do is subscribe. That's it. There's no emails, no phone numbers. No, none of that. All you do is subscribe to the channel. And as soon as we hit that 5K mark, we will give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card, all right? So, bam. We will mail this to one of our loyal subscribers once we reach that mark. But man, what a game tonight, y'all. What a game tonight. Man, I mean, it started out rough, and I knew it could, the way it started, I knew it could go that way because I seen the Utah Jazz put up 120 points against the Denver Nuggets. Now, I'm not saying the Denver Nuggets has the greatest defense, but I knew that these guys could hit the three ball, and the three ball definitely gave us trouble. A lot of trouble. We're going to talk more about the three ball a little bit later, but man, I'm honestly, I was concerned a little bit. I was concerned. I didn't give a guarantee we would win this game, but I did think that we would win. And this is a part of the plan, right? Clearly, there's some things that we need to work out, and it's great that we get these stretch of games to give us a little bit of rope and wiggle room, just in, like not a just in case, but kind of to just get the bum juice off of you, kind of, so to speak, for lack of better terms. But look, if you guys want to call up, you can. The phone lines are open, 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion, all right? And, if I do miss your call, I will get you back because, sometimes we get a lot of calls and I trust me, I understand. And also, if you can't call in, you could always send in a donation and I will treat your donation in place of a call. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Right. Make sure this person can hear me. What's going on, Mark Li in the building? How you feeling?
Hey, I gotta tell you, I'm a little concerned about the Knicks.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that they came back second half and they fought and they got the win. But the last three games, I mean, it kind of shows their shooting is a little too inconsistent. Uh,
Mm.
their three ball, if it falls flat, they're in trouble, and it kind of falls flat a good amount, too many times for my taste, you know. Um, So, going against 7 games and a good team in the playoffs, how many games is there three ball and it's not going to fall? And
Mm.
that could be death, for the Knicks if that happens, unfortunately. So that's one thing, that concerns me a little over these last 3 games. The other thing is, that their defense was looking so good for the last week or so,
Yes.
even longer than that. And once again, that team's a little inconsistent at times, right? It's
Right.
strong. They don't focus again. Then they refocus, but it's not like for a full 48 minutes or even close to that.
Right.
At least for these last 3 games. So those are the two things I'm really kind of concerned about over the stretch here.
I'm with you on that. I agree. I think the defense is that's really my only concern right now because that Clippers game kind of put a chink in the armor. And tonight it kind of like damaged it a little bit more. And I hope
Mm.
that it's not going to continue to damage on the defense because the defense has been the key to our success. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I agree. It really has, and you think they would have been able to focus pretty strongly against the Lakers. That's a big kind of, it's a big market. A
right.
lot of attention was on them that game, but I don't know. I'm not sure what why they can't kind of keep it together on defense for good parts of the game. I'm hoping
Right.
maybe in the playoffs, when the attention is even higher and the focus will be even stronger, that they'll just kind of be able to put it together more there than they can right now in the regular season during different stretches. And that's kind of what I'm hanging my hat on, that
Right.
maybe that's what will they'll just be able to bring the intensity, and of course their three ball will fall more often.
Yeah, I'm hoping, man. And listen, we got a stretch of games. I told y'all this stretch is pretty favorable. So this is the time to really work it out. Get that out your system, get it right. You got Brooklyn, you got Golden State without Steph Curry, Indiana twice. Like this is the time to work all that stuff out. And I think that we will.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, they could definitely put the
10
wins at least.
seconds.
Hopefully they'll be able to rack up some wins, get them in a stronger position, seating wise, and hopefully that will at least occur for more or less. Plus, they gotta play some guy. They can't just let Clarkson be a DNP game after game after game like that. I mean,
Bingo.
it didn't make any
Bingo.
sense. I mean, sure, he's an inconsistent player. That's why he's on the bench. But like, he's also a spark, and he also has a good amount of talent still. So you
Right.
just don't want to like not play him at all, right? I mean, yeah,
Exactly. I
yeah,
appreciate it, Mark, man. Great
sure,
call. Great
yeah, no problem.
insight. And your concerns are mine as well. Great call.
Okay,
Big time
all right,
salute.
sounds good.
I'm definitely worried about the defense, y'all. Not gonna lie. I'm a little spooky in the woods with the defense right now. It's a little bit, a little. I'm hoping that it'll turn around, because boy, The playoffs are coming, and this is not the time to slip on the defensive end. What's going on, my man Tugboat Taylor, man? You know you got 2 callbacks tonight. If you want to, it's up to you. Where are we going, man?
Yeah, I ain't gonna waste 2 calls on the Jazz, but
Okay.
but no, I felt like we got outclassed by the Jazz. Man. I feel like we got bailed out with that Keontae injury.
Okay.
I do. I'm not
Good
saying that
point.
he was. I mean, he only had 14 points, and that's because what's his name, Cinnabon,
Yeah.
was
Sensabaugh.
going
Yep.
off.
Sensabaugh. Yep.
Yeah, Cinnabon. But I mean, yeah, I feel like we kind of that's where the whole momentum shift for them, and that's where like what you said, the tankathon began.
Yes.
That's where they started that up. But yeah, no, I mean that was a bad game. That was a very bad win, and like my boy said earlier, I'm a little worried about that. Worried about the way we're playing and all that. I mean, it's another game where OG gets 20, so that's an automatic win.
Right.
But their whole starting five was in double digits, and
Right.
I know we've been parading our defense, but our perimeter three, I mean our 3-point defense is trash. It always has been, and that's something that needs to be adjusted. Needs to be corrected.
Well, I wouldn't say it always has been trash. In the last 20 games, it's been way better. We've been giving up the last 10 game stretch. We were giving up 32% from 3.
Okay.
It's just the Clipper game came, and yeah, it kind of like the Clipper. And then the Detroit games were like blips as well. But now the defense has been solid for the most part. I'm not gonna lie. It's just I hope that this is just the end of this, and we will see, because Indiana and these guys also like to shoot threes. So we'll see how it holds up.
Yeah. But I also like the way the Jazz was passing. I wish we could do the same thing. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I know you kind of like, yeah, we're passing the ball, but all right, we're passing the ball, but it's not good facilitation. Our passes are weak. I mean, they are passing the ball. We are getting assists, but I'm looking at all the passes, and there's hardly ever a time I'm looking at the game and I go, wow, that was a nice pass. They're always like some sloppy pass, and it just ends up being assists because that's just how the game works. But we have to work on our facilitation. If we're going to do that. If that's not part of our game, and we're going to go back to the Tibbs way of playing of just ISO ball, ISO ball, ISO ball, then so be it. But if we're going to start facilitating the ball and try to get our assist up, then we have to work on our facilitation. It is horrendous. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, the passes definitely are sloppy. I can't defend that. But I do think we're moving the ball, but the passes are not crisp. They're not like shooter pocket. I was going to do a show on Mikal Bridges, and that's part of the thing I was going to say. Mikal is a guy that needs to get buckets off passes.
Oh, when you do
He's
that Mikal
not
shit,
going to create.
everybody's going to call up on Mikal because that guy is, what is he?
Yo, you know what? I might do that. I might do it in the morning. I might. I'm
Yeah,
going to see
because
how.
I mean, like, yo, what is that guy? Like, it's not even a
Mm.
disappearing act no more. I mean, granted, I know he's going to show out in playoffs. I know he will. That's the reason we got him. But just as far as regular season, Mikal, like, when was the last F those picks conversation we have? We don't have that conversation anymore. We had it. I think that Spurs game, and then his playoff performance. But Mikal is garbage, bro. He's playing like cheeks. So I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going on with my boy JB. He's in a bit of a slump. But like somebody
10
was saying earlier,
seconds.
he may be playing on the injury. We play through injuries. Cat always
That's
plays
true.
through injuries. So we got that little Mamba mentality of just thugging it out. But I don't know. Like I said, this game was a sloppy win. I'm glad we pulled it out because this would have put a lot of people in question of the whole organization. But
Yeah,
it's good we pulled it out. It's just a sloppy win, in my opinion.
big time. I appreciate you, man.
All right, brother. Stay blessed, man.
No doubt. And if you ever feel triggered, you know what to do. Big time.
Look. I might pass it on because you said you could pass the call on. I might pass
Yeah,
it
you
on to
could
my
pass
boy.
it.
If I
Yeah.
say my boy, who's my boy that the Knicks are trash. It's trash, man. I might have to pass it on to him. I like what he had to say.
Okay, I can't remember who that was, but if you remember the name, just let me know in the chat. All right.
All right, we'll do, brother. Stay blessed.
Big time. What's going on, Randall? Are you there? Oh man, phone line bugging out. You're getting a lot of calls. What's going on, Randall? Are you there? Can you hear me? Yeah, my settings are good, Randall. Randall, you got to make some adjustments. I'm not getting nothing. Hold on. Let me just check my sound really quickly. Yeah, no, I'm great on my end. All right, Randall, call back. You gotta adjust your settings, brother. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. How's it going,
Yo,
caller? Hey, man, state your name. Let the people know where you calling from, brother.
Juwan from Houston, from the Bronx.
Juwan Houston from the Bronx. Big time salute, brother.
That's right,
So,
man. You remember me from last time?
yeah, I do.
Oh,
I just didn't save your name, but I do remember the number coming through. What's going on, family? Where you want to go?
man, man, I just want to comment on the win tonight. A couple of things. One, I'm glad they finally woke up and started playing defense in the fourth quarter.
Mhm.
Uh, Two, what I'm sick of is like every time the Knicks lose, it's like the media is like it's the end of the world. And every time they win, it's like one more win and we got the NBA championship. People need to calm down because Detroit will lost four in a row and they lost to the Nets.
Right,
So,
that's true.
teams are gonna have these ups and downs on the road. You know what I mean? So people
Right,
just need to relax. We got a good team. I've been with them my whole life, and I'm sticking with them. And I wish
of
people would just
course.
calm the freak down, man.
But listen. I'm trying to tell them that. I'm trying to tell them that. Look, this stretch is a favorable stretch. We didn't look the greatest tonight, but we still got the win, and I think we
Yeah,
could literally win 8 out of the next 9. Seriously.
yeah, yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
glad to see Clarkson got his spot back. Keep playing that boy, because ain't nobody
100%.
else doing what he can do.
Hundred
He's
percent, and
coming
I
off.
got stats to back him being back in the rotation. I'm gonna get to that a little bit later.
Oh, cool. I'll be watching. And I was talking to my boy today about it. And I said, you know what? You can make a case for Kohler getting his job back because Alvarado can't shoot for jack.
Yeah, his
I
shot
mean,
just
he
fell off the
hasn't hit a
cliff.
three-pointer in 4 games.
Whew,
I mean, if you're
that's
that
bad.
size, you better be able to shoot. Come on, man. So that's my take
Insane.
for today. Yeah, that's my take.
Big time. I appreciate you. I'm gonna make sure I lock you in.
All right, thanks, boss.
Big time. Big time
Please.
salute.
All right.
All right. It's my man from the Bronx in Houston. Continue to smash that like button, man. I got some listen, we cooking with hot grease tonight. I told y'all how this game was going to go. I just didn't think that both scenarios would go at the same time. I told you that they're a team that thrives in transition. I told y'all that. You've seen it in the first half. Continue to smash that like button, and I'm going to continue to take these calls. Uh-oh, what's going on? Ron from Baltimore. How you feeling, family?
How are you, man?
Man, it was a little scary, but I still take the win. You feel me? What say you?
Yeah, man. It's always a pleasure to talk with you. I want to talk about Jordan Clarkson, and I want to make a couple comments, and I want to see if you agree with them or not.
Okay.
Um, I think he is a better offensive scorer than OG, Bridges, Josh Hart, Jose, Mo, and Mitch. Really anybody other than Brunson. I mean, I think he's one of the best offensive scorers on our team.
Yeah. I
Um,
think that he has a better bag than all of them. Like his
yeah,
offensive package is way better than all of us.
I
100%.
think I think he gets into the paint better than anybody on the team other than Brunson.
Right. Yep.
Like
That's a fair
getting into
statement.
the
Yeah.
paint. Like I don't think Mikal gets into the paint like he can. OG, like sometimes he'll do the pump fake and get in there, but it's awkward. Like with Clarkson,
Right.
when he has dribbles to get into the paint, it's just very smooth. It's very
Yeah.
skilled and smooth. So I do think he gets into the paint better than anybody. Um, and this may be a crazy comment because it's late. You know, if it weren't for Brunson's herky jerky moves with his footwork, I could make a case that Clarkson is a better scorer than Brunson, but I don't believe that. I still have to say Brunson's a better scorer than Clarkson, but I
Yeah.
do think Clarkson has certain aspects to his scoring ability that Brunson doesn't have.
Right. That's fair to say. And
I
he's
know it's a little
6'5" too.
crazy to say. Yeah, I know, man. I know it's a little
Yeah.
crazy to say because I love Jalen Brunson, and I'm not trying to hate. I just think I'm trying to
No,
give
I
him.
got you.
Yeah, I mean, and also let me ask you this about Clarkson. Do you think, because I see the title of your video, do you
Yes.
think tonight Mike Brown look, I know Jordan Clarkson isn't a good defender. He tries. He's not a good defender. I get that, but like we struggle to score at times, and like the thing with Clarkson is he's not. I'm not saying he's J.R. Smith, but when I watch Clarkson play, he has a microwave scoring ability like JR. They're different scorers. Like JR is probably a better three-point shooter than Clarkson. I think Clarkson's better actually around the rim. But like
Right.
they both have it like where they can score 6 or 8 points in like a minute. It's just like it's like a firepower thing. You know?
No,
And
I'm
like
with you.
I think he could swing a playoff game. And like I know we're playing a lot of guys, and I know he's not a good defender, but like I don't know, man. I just he was good in the. Remember I called you this past weekend about Clarkson, and people called me crazy, and I was like, yeah,
Yep.
there's just something about this guy, man.
I agree. I mean, I'm with you. I think he needs to be in the rotation.
I knew
I
I
hate to
liked you,
break it to
Karan.
these. Listen, I hate to break it to these other guys who want to talk about defense, but the bench has been a huge struggle. A huge struggle for
Karan,
the longest.
I knew I liked you. I knew. Look, I know I got a comment saying I'm crazy for the Brunson comment. Okay, that's probably a little crazy. Brunson's the best scorer on the team, but
Right,
I
yeah,
do.
that's not a big, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little nutty now because I'm really happy for Clarkson, but like never gave up on him, man. I never gave up. I never turned my back on Clarkson. I know he can't guard, and I know there's a lot of other people on the team that have certain things that Clarkson can't do, but I still think he can help us. He gets into the paint every single time. Like
Bingo.
he can get in there like against any. And also another thing, Karan, we don't set great picks, and Clarkson actually doesn't need a pick. He can
No.
actually get in there, and I just think that's so valuable for this team. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying he's going to play well every game, but I just feel like we threw him away. And I think he's showing me enough where like I think he can help us win in the playoffs. Maybe I'm crazy.
Man, Ron, I agree with you. I appreciate your call. Thank you for helping make part of my case because I'm definitely I definitely gotta drill home why I think Clarkson belongs in the rotation. And I appreciate you, family,
Karan,
man.
you're my favorite guy. You're always fair, and I knew you know ball, and I'll be calling you soon. All right, my man.
Big time. I appreciate it.
All right, peace.
All right. What's good, Randall? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Hey, big time salute. Knicks Tape Madness Discord server channel member. Randall, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, first I want to start off with the first half, man. They had me worried in the first half. Because it looked like we was about to be blown out. And even though we got the win, I'm still not satisfied, man, because no Triple J, no Walker Kessler,
Yep.
no Laurie Markkinen.
Yep.
Man, we should have blew this team out from the first quarter to the end of the game.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And again,
why you think we didn't get off to that fast start? Why you think that happened?
The defense wasn't playing up to the level it was supposed to be playing. Missing 3-pointers.
Okay. Definitely the defense. Definitely the defense is. Man, I don't know. I'm a little spooky in the woods about the defense, man. I'm definitely in the woods right now with the defense right now. What about Bridges though? You was gonna say something about Bridges.
Again, didn't do nothing again. 3 straight games.
Yeah, I was gonna do a show kind of defending Bridges earlier, but thank God for my son because he was giving me a hard time, so I couldn't get away from him. But I was gonna defend him earlier, and I still technically could put a defense up for him, so I still may do the show, but I cannot excuse the poor shooting. He's not shooting well, and that's bad. It's mid. It's terrible. It's all the negative things you can say about a brother who's supposed to have the bag that he's supposed to have. So yeah, I agree. How did you feel about Clarkson though? Do you think Clarkson should be back in the rotation?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Gotta make some
definitely
hard
think he's back in the
decisions.
rotation.
Mm-hmm. I think that if you had Deuce there, that'd be the only way I would say, all right, you got Deuce. Okay, I get it. But without Deuce, man, the bench is just flat, bro. And you need that spark. And that's one thing he could provide, former sixth man of the year. So do you think Mike Brown keeps him in the rotation?
For now, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. I hear that.
Because I mean, they said Deuce ain't supposed to be back till
10
next month.
seconds.
Right. Hopefully,
So,
but that's the hope.
yeah.
All right, Randu, man. I appreciate you, man. Big time salute. I see you in the Discord, man. I know. Well, I'll be back tomorrow afternoon as well. If you could call up tomorrow as well. Big time salute.
All right, salute.
All right. Yeah, man. Listen, we got a lot of calls, but we don't got a lot of likes. Let's get the likes up, y'all. It's very important that we continue to get the likes up. We need YouTube to know that this is the place to be. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And we're talking about the game. We're talking about Jordan Clarkson. You guys can call up, get your takes. All right. Each call is 3 minutes. Matter of fact, let me get to the call up show rules. So you guys, for the first time, people who call, everybody calls up. Anybody calls up, 3 minutes. And you hit a let's go. And then a buzzer sign. And the same buzzer will sign when your time is up. Okay. But we do have the $5 callback rule. My man Tugboat Taylor has like 2 of them, and he said that he may be willing to donate his call back to someone, because you can donate a call back to someone else. You just put, if you send in a donation, you could put, this is for this person, the call back, just to let you guys know if that's what you guys decide to do, okay? But we still got to get these likes up. It's very important. Big time salute to my man Paris Thugger. I like this super. He says, stop crying, young bloods. Winning is winning. Shaking my head. Yo, Parrish, I'm riding with you, Parrish. Yo, Parrish, I told these guys earlier today, I said, yo, we going to get the win. We going to win. I didn't guarantee to win. But because I felt like it was either going to be a 60-point blowout or a 2-point game. That's how I felt. And it wound up getting a little bit of the both. Of course, the defense is a concern. We could talk about it, but I think Tugboat said that this was a bad win. I don't like the term bad win. I would say it wasn't the prettiest win. It was an ugly win, but a win is a win, dog. I'm taking the win. No one's going to care. As long as you get the win, that's all that matters. When we get to the postseason, we got to win at least 7 out of the next 8 games, okay? Or if not 6 at least, right? So, these are the wins you got to take. Hopefully this is a character, building win. So that way it'll propel us, in the right direction. Okay. So I do got some more calls. Let me see if hopefully my man JJ's available and my man Joe is available. I know it's late, but I'm going to get you guys on the line. All right. If you guys are available. What's going on, JJ? Knicks Tape Madness Discord server channel member. Where we going, brother?
What up, brother? How you feeling, man? What's going on, brother?
I'm feeling all right. I mean, the win wasn't the best looking win, but it was a win. I take it,
Yeah, you take it, man. You take it. Yeah, you got to take the win. So a couple of things from this game that stood out to me. Number one, Brunson. You saw I put it in the Discord. He's got to stop with these passes with nothing on it.
Yeah. Right.
He throws these supers. It's like a changeup in baseball. Like he's throwing these passes with 0 on it.
Right.
That's why they kept getting the steals in Utah. And it's been happening a lot recently. Like you got to throw a pass with something on it. It's gonna get stolen more times than not if you make passes that are that soft.
Do you think it's because he doesn't want to pass? He doesn't really want to pass the ball. No, That's a joke. That's a joke.
Oh shoot, I didn't mean to pass that. Damn,
Right.
yo.
Oh
Oh
man.
man. Oh man. Yeah, so that's gotta stop, especially if it's playoff time. And
Mhm.
I know we got the win, but I gotta get on Bridges again.
Okay,
Uh
that's fair.
so the play, it's one thing to be missing shots. It's another thing not to hustle. I put it in the
Right.
Discord during the game. I put it in the
Yeah.
Discord, the play. Remember the play, the rebound where he didn't hustle for it, and
Yeah.
Utah got the rebound in the corner, the offensive rebound. That's
Mm-hmm.
unacceptable. Unacceptable. He should have been benched right after that. He just gave up on the play. He easily could have had the rebound, and he just stopped running. So his head's not even in the game at this point.
Did he even
So,
play in the fourth? He did play early, right?
no, I
I
think
don't remember.
barely, maybe very, very early. Definitely
I'm gonna
not
try to
late in the
find that.
fourth.
Now I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, he definitely didn't play like, yeah, if anything, a minute or two, if that. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up.
he definitely wasn't out there. Yeah, he wasn't out there when we were on that huge run. I'm pretty sure he was on the bench.
Do
Yeah,
you
so
think that we should consider starting Shamit in his place?
I'd start you at this point over Bridges. I mean, you know, I mean, I'm serious. Like,
Mm.
I'd start Shaman, I'd start Diawara. Honestly, I'd start anyone on that Knicks bench over him right now.
Diawara
His
is
head's
really
not,
interesting. That's a really interesting
I
name.
mean, yeah. I mean, his head's not even in the game. I can't get that play out of my head where he didn't even hustle for the rebound. Like, that
Yeah,
can't
that's
happen.
wild.
That's wild. Like, that play's gonna be in my head all night. Like, yeah, so I think you gotta bench him. I think he's gotta be benched.
I don't see Mikal in the fourth. You put in the research mode. I got it
Yeah, I
up here
don't
on
think so,
NBA.com.
mate. Yeah, probably not then.
Wow.
What a
Because
coincidence, huh?
I kind of stopped taking notes in the fourth because once I saw we had that lead, I said, "Oh, we gonna win." Remember, I put it in the day. I said, "Yo, 35-2."
Right.
I knew we were gonna win. Once we got that lead, I said, "Oh, it's over. Utah gonna crumble."
Right. Yeah. I think Utah said, "Oh shoot, we can't win this game. You know what are we doing?"
I wish I could play the
10
clips, man.
seconds.
I would have played some clips, but man, I appreciate you, JJ.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. I'll holler at you later.
Big time salute to my man JJ.
Salute, brother.
All right. Yo, hey, I was gonna defend Mikal Bridges, and I still technically can, but I will not excuse his poor shooting. That I won't do. No, he's shooting terribly. And honestly, Mo Diawara for Mikal Bridges might not be bad. Because if I could get the double big lineup to play in the beginning of the second and fourth quarter with Mikal, because, Mikal can't play power forward. That's the only thing. It could possibly work. But I kind of like Diawara. He played a little bit of three tonight. He didn't shoot. I'm not going to say he was super efficient shooting the ball, but he could defend on the perimeter. He's 6'11". He could rebound. That might be the move. Like, seriously, I know I said I don't want Mikal Bridges to lead the starting lineup, and I still don't. But Diawara, I never thought about Diawara for Mikal Bridges. I never thought about that. What do you guys think about that? And also, what do you guys think about Jordan Clarkson? Let me see, my man Paris Thugger says, Knicks fans are whiny folks crying about the first quarter. I do agree with, hey, guys, we won the game. I hear you, Parrish, on that. We won the game. I knew this was going to be either a tough game or a very easy game. I knew it. I've watched Utah. Them young Bulls don't care. Bryce Sensabaugh, I told you about him. I mentioned him on the show. I said, Bryce Sensabaugh, nice. Collier, he didn't have the greatest night tonight, but he's nice. I didn't see my other man play. Damn, what the hell is his name? Nylon or whatever. Hold on, let me see if I get his name. his name is Nylon or something like that. He also didn't play tonight. You know, I guess he might be a two-way guy. So, you know, there's certain rules. But I told you that they got some young boys. These guys, they came to play. And I told you, if Keontae George is playing, yeah, Utah's trying to win. But, you know, to all my, you know, conspiracy dudes, I'm not saying the brother isn't hurt, but it did look a little fugazi. I'm not gonna lie. He ran the way he ran off the court, like never seen him again, never heard about him again. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little bit like, in the Discord, I kept putting the a tank spinning in the Discord as a GIF. I was like, I don't know. This looks a little odd. This looks a little, just a little. Yeah, it looked a little odd. Let me see. His name is Blake Henson. Blake Henson. I don't think he played tonight. Hold on. Did he play? I don't think I seen my man Blake Henson out there. At least I don't remember seeing him. Nah, he's not even on the team. That's wild. This dude played 8 of the last 10 games. He didn't even play tonight. Hold on, let me make sure I'm good. All right. Continue to smash that like button, of course. Hopefully these guys can answer the phone. I'm gonna do some callbacks. Let me see if my man Joe from AEC. And then why is the Brownsville Spurs fan calling? Can somebody explain that? What's going on, brother? How you feeling, Joe?
Yo, how we doing, man?
Let's
Yo,
go.
happy National Clarkson Day, man.
I like that. I like that.
That's what it is, right? That's what they were showing me on TV anyway.
National Clarkson Day. Okay, where we going?
Every 5 minutes it was Clarkson on the screen. They were, giving him shout outs because,
Utah.
for the Jazz. So Nah, but honestly, I mean, I'm listening to you guys talk about Clarkson, but for me, man, it's the IQ. I love Clarkson's IQ, man. He's setting up at the top of the key. Mitchell Robinson sets the screen. He gives the dump pass to Robinson, then Robinson gives the lob pass to Cat, and it's a dunk. It's it's like
that surprised me. Yeah.
Just little plays like that, and believe it or not, that was the double big lineup.
Yeah. See, I like it off the bench. I don't like it starting. Just to clarify, because people don't listen to me. Like, I never said don't play it. I said don't start it. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I was kind of surprised to see Mikal get moved over to the 3, and then Shamet inserted at the 2 to start the game. And it was funny because Mikal, he took the first shot of the game and made it, and he was looking great. and then after that, disappeared.
Disappearing next. The mystery, the great mystery of Mikal. Even had 2 blocks.
He just gives the appearance like, oh, hey, guys. And then, I don't know, man. But I don't know. There was a point in the game where the top scorers were Anunoby, I believe it was Karl Anthony Towns, Diawara, and then it's Clarkson. I'm just so glad that Mike Brown saw the opportunity to put Clarkson in and what he did tonight. It's just so awesome to see, man. I just need a round of applause for Clarkson, man. He's just
I got you.
He's just the man, honestly. He went 10 for 15.
10 for 15.
And I've been
saying, the real
MVP.
After your call, I'm gonna explain why Josh Hart's the real MVP. But go ahead.
But yeah, man, I've been saying, this coach needs to get some of our guys in. Like, I wanted to see Sohan. Like, I even like Sohan's minutes tonight. He got those 2 little dump passes down low. Like, I don't know. I mean, it might not be the best offense, but it's something. Being an outlet. Be able to get the pass, make the cut. Who's cutting for us? Like, who's making those sharp cuts? Like.
And notice how you didn't see him with. Well, it was garbage time, but you didn't see. You're never going to see him with Mitchell Robinson again. I think that's my prediction. It'll never happen again. Watch.
It's garbage time, but it's important. Did you see him dive on the floor for that basketball and get that steal? That's
of course,
man.
Yeah,
that stuff's important. And you know what? Like I said, I would even put him in the starting lineup for a couple minutes to see what happens. See if he get any defensive.
I wouldn't mind it.
Get any lobs or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it because he rebounds too.
I think right now our roster's malleable. Like, we can change it up a little bit. Like, it doesn't have to be Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, like, all day. Like, we can make some adjustments here with Clarkson and some other players, Diawara,
Right.
to make our roster really good. And we could, like I said, we could go on a little run here. We're playing the Pacers. I want to beat the Pacers up. They deserve it.
Twice. We're going to beat them. Well, trust me. They are tanking. They are the top tanking team. They like at the number one of the tankers, dog. They got to stay in the top 4. So
we got the 24th easiest schedule coming up, man. Orange and blue
we talked
skies
about
is
that
what I'm
earlier.
saying.
Orange and blue. That's I try to tell these Knicks fans, but we always got to have something to complain about.
But not even Alvarado looked good. Like, he's moving the ball. He's making the offense move. Like, Alvarado looked good. I like
defense though too. Defense.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the defense is fire.
Steals.
Yeah.
Oh man, tonight's a lot better than what we've been seeing. This is what we got to do. We got to keep the turnovers down. We only had 10. So
yeah. And that stopped. I think we had 10 in the first half, or if not 10, it was 8. So in the second half, it was just super efficiency. Yeah.
Hey, you know what else? 37 assists.
But I appreciate you, Joe, man. Great call as always, man. And you introduced some new elements. Yeah, I like it. Great stuff.
All right, man. Thanks for taking my call. Salute.
Big
Peace
time. So I wouldn't mind if they said, yo, we'll start Sohan. I think the start lineup should stay the same, but if they were to do that, like the Diawara and the Sohan starting for Bridges, it's a little interesting to me. Like, it's not an automatic no. I wouldn't prefer it, but I wouldn't be mad at it. I'm going to keep it real because Bridges might need the bench. And I might have to save that for the show, but I think Bridges might need the bench. I want to defend the guy, but he might need to come off the bench. You already got your bag. It's not like it's going to hurt your money, Big time salute to my man Paris Stugger. He says, our biggest problem is not warming up for games with intensity. That's why the slow starts. Bridges, OG, and Cat are too laid back tonight's start intense. You know something funny that you say that, Paris Stugger? When I did the Knicks in 10 show, the best 5-man, 4-man, 3-man lineups was Towns, OG, Bridges, right? And I'm not sure if it's still the same now during these last stretch. I'm just telling you during that time span. But you normally see those lineups in the second quarter and the fourth quarter, the beginning of those quarters. So, Paris Stugger, you may be on to something, man. The intensity from the warm-up may be missing because we've trailed in the majority of first quarter. Hold on, let me get the exact number. We've trailed in the majority of first quarters, right? And it's something that's a concern because anytime we trail after the first quarter, we are, hold on, I think I got the most up-to-date stat. I wrote it down. So 18-18, now we're 19-18 because we won this game. But, we mostly, we haven't been, we trailed a lot of first quarters. Like, if you look at it, that's, 36 games? 37 games? Out of you play 67 games, so the most of the time you're competing, you're trailing. That's a huge concern. So, hey man, it is what it is with that, I guess. Let me see. I do got some more callers. And guys, as we watch, as you enter the show, smash the like button, okay? All right, we do 100 like minimums. We don't have enough likes. Big time salute to everybody in the building. Okay, we definitely cook it with hot grease. So smash the like button. L Figgy, I see you in the cut. L Figgy, big time salute. L Figgy. All right, let me see what this Brownsville guy. Well, I don't know what he wants, but he does support the show. He does, So, I got to get him on the line, man. Unfortunately, let's see what he has to say. Detroit, you're still banned. All right, Detroit, y'all got to call after a loss, bro. What's going on, Brownsville Spurs fan? Where we going tonight, man?
Oh, my man, what's up?
Let's go. Tell me, man.
Man, I've never seen some brothers leave the sunny skies of LA to fly to Utah and ski.
Okay.
Like I saw the Knicks get out of LA with their wounds and go over here now, and now you guys got to win on the Jazz. Not gonna celebrate that too much. They didn't look too good there either. But I think you did mention something earlier that I wanted to chime in on. I wish I would have
Okay.
lost tonight too, but
That wasn't going to happen. But go ahead.
I wouldn't be that confident. I wouldn't talk so confident if I was. One of the things that's not concerning me really, but that I noticed is you're getting later and later into the season, and you want to be playing your best ball right now. And two things, I know you can agree with me on this: the Spurs bench is way better than the Knicks bench. We can agree on that, right?
I disagree with that.
Oh my goodness! All right,
and we could talk about it in the
we
debate.
Can talk about, right, okay, but the other thing is, while the Knicks have their problems with their bench, I also think Mike Brown has not fully established an identity for these Knicks yet. And as you go into the playoffs, that's scary. They look like two different teams. One time they look like a defensive team. Sometimes they look like a balanced team. At another time they look like a terrible team. I mean, and that's, some of it is natural. You're going to win some games, you're going to lose some games. You can't get too excited. But I don't see, and the defense is not even his calling card. That's just a hangover from Thibodeau. So I'm like, when is he going to get his footprint on that offense where it starts to flow a lot better? And it hasn't yet. And he doesn't have a rotation that's scary or that you really have to prepare for outside of Brunson. And then, London Bridges doesn't help. I told you about this guy. He's been falling down, and you just keep propping him up. I don't know why. But, I hope if we do meet you, I'll give him 40 minutes.
Well, I mean, he dropped 40 against y'all, and then he had, 28 against you the last time? I don't think you want to see Mikal Bridges. Maybe we need to play the Spurs every goddamn night so Mikal could get 28 and 40 on
How much did
y'all
he drop
every
on
night.
Kawhi?
No, but we talking about the Spurs, though. Yeah, we talking about the Spurs, though. Yeah,
Hey,
I can't wait for the fight. Oh,
these guys are marinating you guys, right? So by the time you get to the Spurs, y'all will beat up with a little bit of. If y'all, I'm not even at this point. I don't even think you guys get out the second round. But
okay.
yeah, I'm saying I don't see y'all beating Boston, Detroit. I really was hoping we you guys were playing some good ball about 3 weeks ago, but I mean, not 3 weeks, about a week and 2 weeks ago. Now you're back to the Knicks, that. I don't know. It just doesn't look like a well-organized team running into the playoffs. But anyway, I wish y'all the worst of luck on the rest of the road trip, and hopefully, Mike Brown could start building an identity for the team.
All right, man. That was your time, brother. I look forward to your trolling later, and we going to set the debate up, and I'm going to cook you. Where there's smoke, there's fire. All right, big time salute.
Salute.
It's my man from Bronzeville. Even though he's a Spurs fan, I don't understand that. How you get Bronzeville and Spurs together? Like, come on, man. You let down the whole entire neighborhood and the entire borough, man. Come on, dog. But by the way, he's talking all that crap. I was just box score worrying just right now. The Spurs beat the Jazz 126-109 and 123-110. We crushed the Jazz. We don't just beat them by 12 points, 13 points. Right? We don't do that. We crush them, Spurs fans. Just to let you know that. All right. Yeah, we struggled in the first quarter, but I mean that's just the first quarter. You don't win the game in the first quarter. You win the game in the fourth quarter. And that's exactly what we did. And we had a 40-point game, 40-point quarter in the third, 38-point quarter in the fourth. What's going on, my man, Rock? How you feeling, brother? Nothing much, man. I told y'all about this game. I didn't think we would get both instances in the same game. What say you?
Yeah, man. Yo, glad to see Clarkson getting it in, man, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, and it reminds me of something. Remember when Clarkson lost his minutes because it wasn't playing good. And on that same note, that's why I think Mikal got to hit the bench, man, reassess his position
And
Wow.
it's a reset, a hard reset. That's that's what's gotta happen, man.
I hear
Everybody
that.
needs it every once in a while, you know.
Who would you bring in the starting lineup?
Damn, I would like to say Shamit, but I like Shamit coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good one.
Somebody said Diawara, and then somebody else said Sohan. I was like, oh, I never thought about that, but I was like, it might work, but I don't know.
I think the only natural choice is to bring Shamit, put him in the starting lineup. That's what I think.
Right.
Just to keep that consistent shooting
Right.
and to keep
And he plays
Diawara,
defense.
yeah, and keep Diawara off the bench and in that role so he can get,
Right.
comfortable and be used to coming off the bench. You don't want to confuse him, you know what I'm saying, on where his place is.
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. I think Shamit for Bridges does make the most sense. Only if Hart is there because, listen, Hart, I didn't like the lineup tonight. They didn't rebound enough for me. We got killed in the first quarter on the glass.
Yeah,
So
Cat didn't get double digits.
Cat didn't get double digits, yeah. If that lineup with Shamit and Bridges, I wouldn't start that lineup.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
coach.
Right.
That's
I
the
got
coach.
you. I got you. But damn, maybe you know what? Now maybe just to keep him hot. Let's try running keeping Clarkson in the starting lineup the next
It's
two
interesting.
games. He's
It's
already hot.
interesting.
Let's see if we
You're
can keep
right.
carrying it. Keep it up. Then bring
That's a
Mikel
good
off the
one.
bench. Yeah. And then then I guess we could start Sean at power forward. Start him there.
Well,
Why
you
not?
saying if Hart can't go? Because I don't know how much time Hart missing.
Yeah, he needs some time off anyway, because every time he plays a little while, then these knickknacks, maybe they need to really sit him down so he can really heal instead of keep bringing him back, sitting him down, bringing him back, sitting him down. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
That's
I
what I'm
got you.
thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I don't think I would change 2 starters. I think that's just a lot to ask. But
hmm
if you take one starter, I think you could disguise some of the chemistry issues you may have in the beginning. But hey, it's worth a shot. I mean, listen, you got Indiana. I mean, Golden State without Steph. I mean,
yeah,
Brooklyn. Maybe the Brooklyn game is the game you could break that out. So
well,
we seen what Bam did to Washington.
right. What you think of that? Everybody split. Everybody like, oh, he did it, but then people saying, oh, it's cheesy because he started hitting these free throws. They started stopping the game and all that. What do you think about that, man?
Honestly, man, I respect it. I'm a results guy. You are what your results are, but at the same time, it ain't what Kobe did. Kobe was trying to win the game, though. He was fighting to win. We could have seen many guys get 80 points. There's a lot of guys that got pulled out. Towns. There's a lot of guys that got pulled out in scenarios where they could have scored more. But the proper etiquette. If you up 20 and 30. Why are you going to still be out there just jacking up shots? They were forcing it. It should just be a natural 83. It just felt like a little manufactured to me. Not to say that it counts, but yeah, it's just. What do you think?
Oh man, it's I'm kind of split. I understand both sides.
Right,
But I was more shocked that it came from Bam because Bam is not a takeover person. He's very
right.
balanced and very in control.
That's
I
true.
thought that I thought if a big was gonna do it, actually with the skill set to do it, I thought it would have been Cat because Cat, if you remember the season before he came to us, he had like a 60,
Yeah,
61 point game and he was going off.
easy,
But
effortless.
but the sad part is, I'm gonna tell you, brother, that will never happen over here because they don't want to give Cat the ball when he in rhythm.
Yeah, it would not. It would never happen in New York. I think it. I think that it definitely would be a big man to do it who could shoot threes, 100%.
Right,
And I'm not sure if Wemby could do it. He don't play
10
enough minutes.
seconds.
But
right.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
But I
I was
appreciate you,
always
Rock.
right. I was just saying that's what I was always expecting somebody ever hit the 80s. I thought it would have been Luka because he jacked shots up like that.
Yeah, it could be Luka. I could see that. And
Right,
he's
right,
big too. He got size on him. So,
right. All right, bro.
all right, man. Big time salute, Rock.
All right.
All right. It's my man Rock from the ATL. I don't think you should take Hart and Bridges out. I think that's too much to do right now. I think if you want to pull one of them, I don't think you have that many options as well either. I think that the options are very limited of guys who could come in and be productive. What's going on, Antone? How you feeling?
Hey, it's good, man.
Hey,
Man,
man.
I'm
What a
chilling,
game.
man. You know,
What's your
chilling,
thoughts?
man. Man, bro. Man, yo, man, this team, man, just be driving me crazy, man. This team driving me
Facts.
crazy, man. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? I want to ask you a stat because I'm pretty sure you know this.
What's up?
How many bad teams do a championship team like in the past have lost to, like, say like the Golden State Warriors 2014, 15? Like, how many teams do you think they lose to, like, bad teams that they supposed to beat?
I could pull it up, but if you want to know our record this year, the way I keep track of it, we only have 4 losses to sub 500 teams. So it's not like we're not getting beat by a plethora of bad teams. We lost to Sacramento, Dallas, Indiana, and Atlanta when they were a sub 500 team. So technically it's 3 according to the NBA, because I don't change it for my record keeping. I keep it. I don't change it if you become a 500 team. But Gat, what you gonna say?
But what about the Lakers? Ain't they considered a bad team, right?
Nah, the Lakers are 6th place in the West. They battling for 6 right now. I go by below 500 and above 500. That's how I do
it. Okay.
Yeah. And on the road, we're 11-1, by the way. We're 11-1 against sub 500 teams.
11-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I just like the last 2 games, I ain't want to talk to nobody about it because I was like, damn, like this team. I feel like the team insulted my basketball intelligence because like I don't get how they could destroy a team like Denver at one night, and then the next 2 games they come up, they look like what's going on, like. You know what I'm saying? That's why I asked you that question, because it's like I'm trying to think. Like I didn't watch all the Jordan championship games, so I don't know if they lost to like bad teams.
No, they all lost. I mean, Jordan, the 96 Bulls lost to the Denver Nuggets. They might have lost to the Denver Nuggets twice, but I know they definitely lost to the Denver Nuggets once, and the Denver Nuggets wasn't that great of a team. That was my man Chris Jackson. What's his name? Rauf Abdul Rauf. I can't remember his Muslim name, but Chris Jackson gave Jordan the business. It happens. The Oklahoma City Thunder lost to the Pacers. It happens. Every good team you think in the NBA right now, they all lost to bad teams. Every single one of them.
Well, yeah, I mean that gives you some like good, like I guess I guess that gives you some positive, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
on, like,
it's not as bad as you listen. It's not as bad as you think it is. How about that? It's not as bad as you think. Yes, there's some bad spots, and I'm not excusing it. But it's not as bad as you think it is. You know,
yeah,
like the Pistons, really quick. The Pistons was down 23 points. No, it was up 23 points and lost to the Nets. Yeah. So we hadn't lost to the Nets in like I can't tell you how many years. So it happens, bro.
Yeah, the Nets. Yeah, that game with the Nets when they beat the Pistons. Like, yeah, I don't know, like that. That's how the Jazz look tonight, because the Jazz look like the Celtics. They look like it was Boston tonight, the way they was hitting those threes. And I know they got like a real low 3-point shooting record. But
they've been shooting good. Hold on? Did you watch the show this morning?
Damn. Oh man, I think I caught some of it.
Listen, you gotta watch. You gotta watch the shows, man. Even though their percentage is not great, but they were taking like 2 or 3 more threes a game. I told you about the Denver Nuggets game where they scored 120 points, and they did the same exact thing to them as what they did to us tonight, just bombing away threes all day. So it happens, bro. Like, but I'm just glad we won the game. You know, it didn't look good, but we won. You feel me? But I appreciate you, Anton, man, big time.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you one more question before
Yeah,
I
go
go,
ahead.
because maybe you could just spit it out. You know what I'm saying, when I get off the line, I want to know
No
like
problem.
what you think. What do you think of a combination between Giannis and a Karl Anthony Towns? Because
Oh,
I think they, I think they both cancel out each other's flaws. You know what I mean? Because
man.
one Giannis like to play in the paint, and Cat like to play outside the paint. You know what I mean? They both could rebound. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, if they can't pay Brunson, maybe they, what I'm saying, do that trade. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it out there. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
Man, I'm
I
gonna
don't
give you
know.
food for thought. You could get both of those guys and keep Brunson. This is New York City. It could happen, bro. And I'm telling you, if you get that, you're winning the championship. But I appreciate you, brother. Big time salute.
Yeah, for sure, bro,
No
for
doubt.
sure.
All right. It's my man Anton. Keep the calls coming. We cooking with hot grease. I kind of told y'all what was going to happen. Yeah, I kind of predicted it. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't think we'd get both games together. But I told you the Utah Jazz, they may not shoot efficient from the three, but they can knock down the three. What's going on, Ty? How you
Yo, what's
feeling,
going
family?
on, fam? What's going on?
And talk to me, man. How you feel about this crazy, wacky, weird, insane game? How you feel?
You know what, man? It was an eye opener for us, man. At the end of the day, we have to. This is the only thing I ask of the New York organization, and starting with Mike Brown. Can we go back to winning the N Cup championship? And you say, Ty, what that mean? That means you had Kolek with a heavy rotation. Kolek distributes the ball. He plays good D, and he can shoot the open shot. Alvarado, he plays good D. He's a pest, but he cannot shoot that ball. Okay, he can't shoot the ball.
Right.
That's one. Remember when Clarkson? I don't know what made him get on the bench. I don't know what they was trying something out, DOR or whatever the case may be. But Clarkson, he wasn't a six man for nothing. You understand?
Facts.
He can score the ball, and he scored in ways that is not like conducive to what the other like. He just basically he can shoot the three. He can score
Yep.
in the paint. We gotta let him play. We gotta let him play. And I wanted to tell you, because I know I'm always triggered, but today I don't. I take this win as a stepping stone, right? Because when we look at it, we these next couple of games, we can actually um, try to see what units right now we can use. Because when dudes come back and you
Right.
get Brunson playing back the way he was playing, we formidable, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and act like
Facts.
I'm just hating on my Knicks. I never hate on my Knicks. I just don't like to get fooled. We've been fooled for years, bro.
Right.
Years. And I'm not in for it, man. I can't take the stress of it. A fan is a fanatic for your team. So at the end of the
Right.
day, I just love my Knicks, but I want us to be realistic. We gotta let Kolek play that ball. We have to let him do it, man. If we go back to when we won the chip, we 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 were a beast, man. We was a beast. I know in the second half of the season our defense was better, but our offense was better then. I just need Mike Brown to mesh that shit together, man. Allow Clarkson to play. He plays D and he can shoot the three. We have to let him play. We have to let Kolek play. And I'm not saying Alvarado shouldn't get no play, but I don't think he should step right in over Kolek. I mean, he has some good
Oh
squirts
man.
there.
Go ahead.
No,
Mhm.
no, he has some good spurts there where, but I'm just concerned with his shooting.
Right.
He be
No,
left
shooting is
open.
bad.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
shooting is bad, bro. His shooting is bad. It's not even close,
Yeah.
man. And when they start leaving him open like Josh Hart, the reason why our record's the way it is anyway, to be honest, we don't really want to look at it, but teams leave
10
Josh Hart open.
seconds.
Josh
Mm-hmm.
Hart has to make everybody honest, man. These teams have to know, like, okay, we leave Hart open. Because he's shooting at what, 40%? We need him
He
to take more
was. It
shots.
dropped because he
See?
dropped to 20% in like the last 15
See?
games or so. And
Yeah.
now it's like around 36, 37% over, which is
See?
still solid overall though. But
It's solid, especially for him, but we just need him to be able to shoot that open ball, man, because
facts.
teams, if they can play 5-on-4, we we're not gonna bowl well for these teams, man. But I heard my 10 seconds, man. I'm gonna let you go. But
Big time.
I just wanted to chime in, man, and it was a good win. It was gutsy. I mean, I was looking at us like we were crazy because we was down to them by 18, and that 18
Right.
points, that was crazy. But
That was
we pulled
wild.
it out. Yeah, yeah, we pulled it out. So I'm happy
Right.
about that, man. We gotta beat the teams we supposed to beat, man. You
Bingo.
know.
That's all I'm
Yep.
concerned about. Got to
Yep.
get the win, man.
That's a
I
fact. All right,
appreciate
K.
you, Ty.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Big
Peace.
time. All right. Big time salute to Ty. All the MVP donors in the building tonight, man. Ty is one of them. Big time salute to my man Parrish Thugger. He said, so we lost 2 games in 30 hours in LA. Chill, Brooklyn guy. Yo, Parrish, see, what he don't understand, right? Parrish, is I watch his team, right? I'm watching the Spurs and the Celtics very closely. Very closely. So when he makes the comments, this is why I'm so sharp, I'm so fast. I just watch so much basketball. You know, I know Mikal dropped 40 against the Spurs and dropped 20, has great games against the Spurs. So when he tried to throw Mikal under the bus, he really threw the Spurs under the bus. And I watched one of the Utah games. Utah was giving them a fight, bro. Utah was giving the Spurs a fight. They pulled it out, yeah, but they were right there. With us, they gave us a fight for 2.5 quarters, and then we just ran them out the gym. That's what we do in New York City. All right? Big time salute to my man Parrish. I hear you, Parrish. I'm riding with you, Parrish. I agree with you, Parrish, because I'm the guy that's telling you, Knicks fans, that we're going to go on another run. I think we could literally win either 7 out of the next 8 or 6 out of the next 8. I firmly believe it. 100%. I'm banking on our record against sub 500 teams, right? I'm banking on our record, on the road against sub 500 teams, at home against sub 500 teams. I'm just banking on how dominant we are against this level of competition. I also foresee, I'm glad we got a blowout tonight, 134-117. Get the differential up. I would love to see the differential get it up to like 8. If we could get the differential to 8 going into the postseason, that's a level of dominance that shows that what this team is capable of. I know we make a big deal about the identity, but I think that the identity, I don't think it's as big as a deal as it is. I think that right now we're trying to come up with a happy medium between the offense and the defense. And it's a work in progress. By the way, while we're working in progress, continue to smash that like button. I got a lot more calls, okay? So continue to smash the like button, all right? It's very, very important to the algorithm. Hold on, let me just make sure, because I see I got a call back. Tugboat Taylor, okay, hold on. Tugboat Taylor, if you still listening, just put in the comment who you would like to give the callback option to. If there's anybody you want to give it to, just put it in the chat, all right? Because what I'm informing him is this. This is what I'm informing him of. On this show, these are the rules. Everybody gets 3 minutes. But if you want to get back on the line because you're triggered, I'm still working on that, by the way, y'all. Triggered, okay? All you have to do is send in a donation, Cashapp, Super Chat, whichever you prefer, and just let me know that you want to get back on the line. Hold on. I did get a call back from my man Rock, so I got to get him on the line right now. And that's how, that's how we coordinate ourselves. Because somebody may say something that would trigger you. And by the way, and before I get my man Rock back on the line, I just want to say that Tyler Kolek, I don't think you can play him and Clarkson together. Yeah, I don't think that that's a smart move, because the reason why we went away from Kolek and Clarkson is because we prioritized defense, because the defense was trash. So what they wanted to do was they wanted to make everyone defensive off the bench. That's why it was Deuce, Shamet, Mitch. And then, you had Clarkson would get minutes sometimes, but Yabo was there. And they wanted to prioritize defense. But I think that we went in the other direction. we prioritize defense too much that the offense kind of suffered, especially because of the bench. And I'm going to get into the bench in a second, but let me get my man Rob back on the line. So now that you guys know the rules, continue to smash the like button as well. All right. We got 100 in the building. We should have 100 likes. So smash that like button. All right. We cooking with hot grease. This is where there's smoke, there's fire. Where we going, Rob? I see you was triggered. Let's go.
I was kind of triggered by the Spurs fan.
Oh my God. Where you want to go? Yeah, this is what he does, but he supports the show too. So I gotta let him call up. You feel me? But where we going, man?
Yeah, this what he don't understand is we got the Spurs number, man. They struggle with our wings, and our big man combination is a little bit too much for them in the rebounding department. And OG lateral movement, he knows how to hold off Wemby. That's what he's
Right.
not looking at. So when we face the Spurs, what normally with wing stop, but to me it looked like wing supreme. And that's why we could beat the Spurs in the final. OKC is a different story because the whole thing with Shea and the fouls and the herky jerky movement, that's a battle altogether in itself. And as far as the playoffs in the East, we were built. The hardest team in the East, I think, is the Celtics for everybody except for us, because this team was constructed specifically to play against that team.
Bingo.
Because we have nothing but wings to throw at them, and once again, our big man combination is going to factor in to be too much on the boards for them.
Facts.
Yeah, and that's all I got to say, bro.
Okay. All right, man. Listen, Rock, I appreciate you and all the support, brother. You know, I understand, we get triggered. Triggered, and you got to respond. Yeah, he definitely always triggers me, but like I say, he supports the show, so that's the reason why I let him come up and do his thing. But yeah, he's just off base.
Yeah, hopefully, you can take in what I said, sip some hot cocoa, sit on the end of his sleigh bed and rock his feet back and forth and think about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then even the Bridges point, right? Bridges plays great against them. So he tried to put down Bridges, but he forgot that Bridges puts in work when he plays the Spurs. So that just was another fail. Yeah.
He's a Spur killer. So like I said, it goes back to sit him down for a while, let him reset, and bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
not a bad idea to me. So it is what it is there. But big time salute, Rock.
All right,
big time. That's my man Rock from the ATL. Always has great takes. Now, if I missed your call, I am calling back. I know it's late, so be prepared to answer. Continue to get the likes up. And you know what? Hold on, really quickly. And I'm gonna get right back into the calls. I promise. Hold on, 2 seconds. I do have to talk about this because this is very important, and Maxine would be mad if I don't, even though she's knocked out. So I do have to let you guys know about game night, right? The playoff edition. This is the latest addition to the 82-night series. Big time salute to those of you guys that got the 82-night series. All right. I just want to let you guys know that if you are serious about following the postseason, I created this just for you. It's a playoff journal where you can track brackets, write down your predictions, break down each series, and capture the moments that make the playoffs unforgettable. Don't just watch the playoffs, capture it. You can grab your copy right now with the link that's in the description. The link is also on the screen. Linktree/TheObjectiveFan. That's where everything I have on this channel lies, right? For the journal, it is free shipping, on sale, and it will arrive at your door right before the playoffs begins, okay? So go pre-order yours now because this will only be here for a limited time. This is a special edition, okay? So big time salute to all the people who already got their copy. Go get yours now. Ooh, I forgot. Oh, man, I had something funny I wanted to share with y'all, but I kind of tweaked it. So I'm going to have some new merch coming out and mugs, especially mugs. But and if you want to see the mugs we have, same thing, Linktree. Everything's on Linktree. All right, so I'm gonna do some callbacks. All right, let's see if these people can answer. All right, 646-995-8389. And let me just check on my man Tugboat. Okay, my man Tugboat's not there. So we'll just play around with that for the next show. All right, let's see if my man Vic can answer the line. Hopefully he's still up. If not, I do understand it is late. And we are on the East Coast. At least most of us, or a lot of us are. So, all right, I'm gonna cut that call short because my man probably knocked out. Let me see. Big time salute to everybody in the building, man. Keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. What's going on, Lopez? You there?
Yo, what's going on, man? How you doing tonight?
Man, yo, honestly, I'm not bad, yo. I'm happy. I'm happy we got the win. I don't think the game was the greatest game, but I take the win. What say you?
Listen, man, I'm starting just to realize our boys be sleepy in that first quarter, first half
Right.
sometimes. Then they gotta wake up, you know. But other than that, man, listen, you can't be mad. A win is a win. You gotta
Yep.
take what you gotta take, but you can't have these knee-jerk reactions like, oh, now Cole gotta start. Clarkson got to start.
Yeah, that's a good one, dog. I'm with it.
Got to start. Are you serious? Sohan
Yes,
cannot
okay.
make a shot, bro. Then you're gonna put
I got you.
Sohan, who can't score. You're gonna put Clarkson and Kolek, who can't defend, into the starting lineup. Yo, I'm wondering, are these Knicks fans, are they watching the game, or are they just like watching tweets? And you know, because if you watch the game, like people say, oh, Brunson don't pass the ball. Did you see in the second quarter he got fouled twice on passes that if they didn't call the foul would have been a basket. It was
Facts.
one was to Mikal Bridges. The whistle was blown, but he hit that three. And
Great observation, brother.
I was like, Brunson get these fouls on passes, but not when he's actually shooting the ball. So that actually taken away his assists right there. There was 2 assists right there he would have had. So I think people need to watch the games, see the context of what's happening, not just looking at a box score. Oh, he only has 6 assists. Brunson's in the top 9% in the NBA in passing. Okay, that means he passes the ball.
Why you had to share that? Because I got to do a show on that, man. Damn,
I'm sorry,
man, you
man,
could.
because
Nah, I'm sorry.
I'm
Go ahead.
tired. You know
I'm
what I'm
messing
saying?
with you. Go ahead.
It's everybody from Stephen A. to and listen, I don't watch only your show. I watch all the shows because I'm trying to get as much information as possible. So
Big
I'm
time.
like, even on Facebook, I'm arguing with dudes, and then they were like, "Oh,
Great
Brunson
stat,
never
bro.
passes. He never passes. He never passes." I'm like, "Dog, he had 46 passes in 5 games coming into it." And so I started looking at passage rate, passes per game per 100 possessions. It's not every pass leads. Not every pass leads to an assist. And just
Bingo.
because you pass the guy the ball, don't mean he's gonna hit the shot. Y'all gotta
And also, really quickly, if I could pause you really quickly.
Yeah,
also, just because you're moving the ball, right? It doesn't mean you're going to win. It doesn't mean the offense is better. The Utah Jazz averaged 29.5 assists a game. Their assist percentage is 70. They're one of the most ball movement teams in the league, and they're trash.
And you have to be because you don't have great players. When you don't have good scorers, the ball has to move more. When you have dominant players like Brunson and like Cat, they're gonna take more of the ball. But like again, you pass the ball back to Brunson with 5 seconds left. What is he supposed to do now? Create an assist or go try to score the ball? It's like how many? First, we complain about guys not making shots, but then you want to complain about Brunson not having assists and not see there's a correlation there. I can't get assists unless you guys put the ball in the hole. We missed how many layups in the first half?
Wow.
Dunks. Like, bro, it was crazy.
I got it. Listen, in my brother, I'm sorry. You listen, hold on. I'm gonna pause you really quickly, right? Because you cooking tonight. Yo, you cooking with hot grease. You need to get one of these journals, brother, because everything you just said, I could literally show you where I wrote it in my journal. Like, you are cooking with hot grease. I'm like, yo, dude, Brunson would have had like 12 assists. Easy.
Bro,
easy.
It's because you know what I do? I watch the games, and I don't speak from a point of emotions. You can't.
Bingo.
You can't for one game, oh, we're the worst team, trade everybody. Next game, oh, we're going to win a championship.
Right. Yo, man, yo, great call, bro. Lopez, yo, great call, brother. Man, you pulled out a powerful stat because that's what I was looking into. See, what I do, Lopez, before you go, What I do, right? Before I come to a conclusion, I go get the evidence.
Exactly.
And when people tells me like they say, oh, Brunson don't pass. So now that's my research question. Does Brunson pass the ball? And I attack it from my objective standpoint because I got no access to grind. If Brunson don't pass, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you the brother don't pass. If he pass, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you he does pass. But yo, great call, Lopez. This is like the call of the night. When you bring out that passing stat, that was fire, dog. That was fire.
Top 9%.
I appreciate that, brother.
Every time I make them shut up.
Yep, yo,
All right,
I
man, you have a
appreciate
good
that.
night, bro. Appreciate
Great
you, man.
point. D, I hope you're listening. Big time salute, Lopez.
All right, man.
All right. D, I hope you're listening because that's going to be in my presentation on Sunday, by the way. And when I'm talking about my presentation on Sunday, I do a show called The Unfiltered Thought. It's a members only show. Bro, we gets it in. And I did some really good topics. And I'm going to tackle that Brunson playmaking. I'm going to go deep. But I was looking into what he just said, that whole passing joint. Hold on. I do get a call back. Oh, okay. My man Ty wants to get back on the line. Okay, cool. All right. So let's get my man back on the line. Thank you for the cash app. Thank you for the support. So let's get my man Ty back on the line. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see what my man has to say. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. Where we going, Ty? I guess you were triggered. Where we going?
Yeah, nah. You know what? I just wanted to say, so with Mikel, real quick with Mikel, man. Yeah, he got to take a break, man. I understand the Iron Man thing, but he's got to let that award go, man. Or whatever he's trying to do, he's got to let it go. It's okay, bro, because his play is really bad. It's really bad. And as far as the Spurs are concerned, what the league is not really paying attention to is the Knicks don't want to play against these subpar teams. When you saw the way we play against OKC, when you saw the way we play against the Spurs, we gave them everything they needed, and we wasn't even at full strength. Okay, the Spurs can't do nothing with us. You know, your boy said it. Our wings, you said it. Our wings, they're too good. They're too good when it comes to that. Like when it comes to those type of teams. Like but when you look at the Lakers and stuff like that, we went into those expecting to win.
Facts.
We wasn't really respecting him. AR-15, he went off on us. Granted, I mean, I like him. I wouldn't mind him on the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't mind him on the Knicks. But at the end of the day, the Knicks are built for championship competition. And when we don't play against a team that has that aspiration or that's built that way, that's why we play against Denver the way we play against Denver. That's why we play against the Spurs the way we play against the Spurs. And that's why we play against, you know, OKC the way we play against them, or Boston. Yeah, but when we play against some other teams, they do have a shot to beat us because we're not getting up for them like that.
Even Detroit, we don't get up for them.
No, because Detroit is one and done, fam. They better hope they don't play against Orlando or Charlotte, man. They better hope not, man. They better hope they don't, because I'm telling you,
if they play up against Orlando, it's over. Trust me.
I promise you.
I promise. They better pray.
I'm telling you, and if they play against Charlotte, the way what's his name, Bridges and them boys was playing physical. Look, LaMelo and them was not playing with them boys, man. So Detroit better hold their head. Pause. Cause I'm telling you right now, they not getting out them woods that easy. For us, I don't see Cleveland beating us. James Harden gonna disappear. He gonna disappear. Kate Cunningham gonna disappear. That's what they always do. You know what I'm saying? Miami, they gonna disappear. We want Boston. We get rid of Boston. We go to the finals, and whoever they put in front of us, OKC is put on notice. The Spurs are put on notice, and Denver is put on notice. I'm telling you right now.
They better send their best from the West, because they gonna get cooked otherwise.
I
Trust me.
You. And what y'all was talking about with I wanted to ask you this before I go. So you said trade Mitch for Giannis, and you rather have Cat and Giannis, right? Or Giannis
100%.
and Mitch? Which one?
Nah, Cat. What? Cat and Giannis. You got to think about 4 or 5 pick and roll. You got to think about pick and pops. You got to think about Towns' life. Towns will get the easiest 22 points you ever see. He'll probably shoot like 50% from 3. I wouldn't be surprised.
Facts. And that's
it'd be so easy.
We can actually pull that off. I'm just afraid
100%.
to let Mitch. I'm just afraid to let Mitch go. I'm afraid to
Nah,
let
he
Mitch
could go.
man.
Listen, I get you because he may go to a team like
Yeah, see, you see what Hartstein did to us? Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, he might go to one of them teams, yeah. Yeah, come back and bite you. Now he getting 20 offensive rebounds on your head top. Yeah, I got you. I get the point. But Giannis, man, shoot, man, that dude. I watched him the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we got to get that brother. Oh my goodness, man.
No, he's unguardable. He's unguardable. I just what I don't want to happen is, Cat feels like Giannis is there so he can take a break. Right now, it seems like he's going because he know Mitch is, and we got to get Porty out of there. I'm sorry. I'm tired of looking at that knock knee, the doof troop, the goofy. He got to go, man. Like, give me somebody else. I can't do a Hug Porty. Little Mike Brown super face on. We got to get rid of him. He's no backer. He can't help us, man. He can't help us. But I respect that though. I respect that. I wouldn't mind Giannis and Cat. The way Cat playing right now, you bring me Giannis, we winning the chip. We definitely gonna win
100%.
We're gonna win a couple of chips, man.
You're not gonna be able to guard it. Like, it's gonna be crazy. But I appreciate you, Ty, man. Great callback,
bro. All right, family.
Big time.
All right.
It's my man Ty on the call back. All right. Now, hold on. Now, Vic, I'm coming to you. Hopefully you can answer the phone, Vic, because we've been playing a little bit of phone tag. Hopefully I could get you back on the line. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. This is where there's smoke, there's fire. All right. What's going on, Vic?
What's going on, my G?
Hey, man, you tell me, man, how you feeling tonight after this weird win? But it's a win. But how you feeling?
I didn't care about the win. To tell
Okay.
you the truth. That's the Jazz. I was mad. You said about the 4 games. You said, let's see about these 4 games. That was last week. I thought we was going to go 3-1. To tell you the truth, I thought we would lose against OKC because that's just tricky.
Right.
But to lose back-to-back, that was nasty. That's nasty work.
Yeah. But what if we win the next 6, 7?
We gonna win the next 6, 7 because all the teams is lost.
Right.
Like, come on, bro.
We gotta take what the schedule give us, man. Come on.
Come on. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that though. Oh, hold on. I wanted to say something. Oh, last week I talked to you last week, and I told you get Bridges out of there, man.
You did say that.
Yeah, I did say that.
You did say that. Yeah.
I said put him on the bench.
Right. Oh.
You said which one of us put? I said put him on the bench. You know why? A perfect example for tonight. How the rebounding went.
Yeah.
Josh Hart's a good rebounder. You put him as shooting guard.
Okay.
You put Diawara in.
I wouldn't mind that.
He could flip from power forward to small forward with OG.
Right, that's true.
And then you flip Karl Anthony Towns and Mitch. You interchange them.
Right.
It should always be 3 defensive and 2 people that don't really play defense. Because you got you got Towns, you got Brunson. The other 3 play defense.
Got you.
So
and what about Clarkson? You got Clarkson back?
Huh?
You got Clarkson back out there too? You gonna play Clarkson again off the bench?
Listen, I will always give Clarkson minutes.
Okay.
At least give him 10 minutes a game.
Right.
1, he's a veteran. 2, he can get high at any time. This ain't no new guy. Like give him some burn.
Right. But you might have been the first one to talk about Bridges off the bench, right?
That's what I was telling you.
You might have been the first one. I said it last year, but they threw stones at me. They was like, no, we can't do that. Because the same reasons you're saying is the same things I saw last year. I'm like, hey, this guy, he's not really a point guard defender, and he's out of position. He's really a small forward. He's not a 2 guard because he can't set up the offense like that.
Thank you.
And so, I said that last year, but they threw stones at me. They said I didn't know what I was talking about. So I said, all right, okay. And then look what happened. So.
And now look what people are saying. Put him on the bench.
Yeah, not everybody trying to now, you know, because you was the first. I ain't gonna lie, because I don't think no one said that this season. At least if they did, I don't remember before you made that statement. So, yeah,
And
I hear you.
huh?
I said I hear you.
One more thing.
Mhm.
This second round thing, I'm starting to feel that in my blood, man. Listen,
Celtics?
no, I'm talking about New York.
Okay.
If we don't get out the second round, brother, because I'm kind of feeling that myself. It's like one day y'all want to play, the next day y'all don't want to play. You can't do that in the playoffs.
No, you go home. Yeah.
So now if they don't, you don't get out of the second round, you know what? I could lose in the Eastern Conference. But if you don't get out of that second round, you have to break up those three.
Okay.
Gotta break them up. Because those are the weak links.
Got you.
Emotion ain't gonna get us nowhere. Y'all too emotionally involved with each other.
Bingo. You know what? I agree with that. This is business. Yeah, somebody got to go. Somebody definitely will go, man. But I appreciate you, Vic, man. Yo, great call. You brought the energy, and yes, you did talk about Mikal first. Now everybody else is. Yeah, I'm with you. I got you, brother.
Enjoy, brother.
Big time. He's right. He was the fry. Remember, I was like, and I'm still I really don't want to take Mikal out the starting lineup, but I see the value in taking him out of the starting lineup. I do see the value. By the way, before I get some more calls in the building, continue to smash the like button, y'all. We getting close to the 100 like minimum. I see. Oh, give who? Hold on. Buzzer Beater said, I need professional help. Big time salute. Hold on. Who you want me to get a call back to though, Tugboat? You gotta say who the name. You saying, but Zach never called up, so I know you're not saying Zach. Let me see. I don't know who you saying you want to get the call back to. You gotta let me know. Oh, to Lopez. Lopez, if you there, hold up. Let me see. Yeah, my man Lopez was cooking. Hold on. Let me see if my man Lopez is available. I got you. Hold on. I got you, Tugboat. By the way, and what he's doing is he's donating his callback. Okay? He's donating his callback to my man Lopez. So Lopez, if you are listening, I'm going to call you back. So hopefully you can answer. What's going on? I got too many damn calls. I don't even see this man's name. Okay. Where the hell is Lopez's number at? Oh, I'm going to find it. All right. Hold on. Let me go to the contacts. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. So yeah, that's the callback rules and options. For some reason, I'm not seeing Lopez's name, which is really weird. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna find it. He called right before Vic, right? I'm not sure. Hold on, let me try this number here. That's really weird. It's like I didn't got his number saved, but his number pops up. All right, I think this is it though. And I'm doing callbacks anyway, so if I miss your call, I will call you back. Let me see if this is Lopez.
Hello?
Hello, is this Lopez?
Yeah.
Hey, somebody wanted you to call back. They was filling your call. They say, yo, we got to get Lopez back on. I don't know why your contact's not saved. It's weird. But I see your name when it pops up, but when I'm looking to call you back, it's not there. But anyway, they was like, they want to hear more. They said they want an encore, brother. So they
I
was
appreciate
like,
it.
yo, they want you to keep building, brother. So yeah, where you want to go? You want to add to where you was at? Because you said some fire stuff about the passing the numbers.
It's just really, like I said, it's about knee-jerk reactions, right? We got to look at this team. And don't get me wrong, I get caught up into it. I'm almost about to break my TV, but
Right.
before I go and say something out loud now, as far as into the universe, we gotta make sure we get the facts right. So
Bingo.
because there's times I'm thinking, and don't get me wrong, there are times during the game that Brunson does take over, and it's like, no, you need to pass the ball right there.
Of
So don't get me
course.
wrong, I'm not screaming. It's not like I'm saying that people aren't seeing that, but you can't see
Right.
one example of what's happening. It says now that's happening every time down, every time, because it's not. He only had 16 shots. Cat, I think,
Right.
had 13 shots. So he only took 3 shots more than him. You know what I'm saying? OG had 22 tonight. So it's like the ball was moving around. It's whether you hit your shots or not. This is a make or miss league. We all know that. The Knicks, this is the thing about the Knicks. We hit our threes, you're not beating us. That's just
Facts.
bottom line. Look at our threes
Yep.
versus Detroit. Look at our threes in them loss against Indiana versus the Mavs. When we don't shoot at look at us in the first half. We couldn't hit
Right.
a 3 in the first half. We came back. Why? Because the 3 started going down. It's the threes.
Yep.
Steph Curry started this, and it's gonna be forever fact. Boston wins. It's the threes. So at the end of the day, we gotta make the threes, defend against the threes. Every team shoots their friggin' season high against us. Every friggin' team. Guys you never heard of.
Right.
Turn it to Steph Curry versus the Knicks because the Knicks don't play 3-point defense. We're not going to really score in the paint. We're not going to really get rebounds. But man, if we hit our threes tonight and they don't hit this, it's a wrap. That's the formula for beating the Knicks. People saying that Jalen Brunson has been terrible shooting lately. He's getting trapped. You
Yes,
got to
he is.
recognize what's going on too. When you got 2 guys coming in, and it's really 3 guys. If he gets down to the paint area, it's 3 guys. He's
Right.
passing the ball out on at least 50% of those possessions. Guys ain't
Yep.
hitting their shots.
I'm gonna
How
pull that
many
stat out.
years? How
Don't
many?
worry. I'm gonna pull
You
that
said it.
stat out too.
You
Go
said
ahead.
it earlier too that we
Mm-hmm.
haven't been hitting threes. It's matter of
Yes.
fact. After the cup, after New Year's, we just been up and down with threes. We were what tops in the NBA going into the cup at 3. And
Right.
we still up there. As wonky as we've been from 3, we still in the top 5 from 3. But
Right.
it's not good enough for the playoffs to be night and day. You know what I'm saying? You can't win a series being night and day. I mean, you better hope
Exactly.
that those nights, you better hope that them night and days, them 4 days is you on, but you can't count on a game for going 7. You can't hope like, oh, we down, 2-1, 3-0. Now we gonna turn it on. You can't, you know what I'm saying? So I think what we need to do, and I've been saying this all season, is recognize when the 3 is not going, go somewhere else. Go into the post. You know what I'm saying? We got some of the strongest guys as far as front linemen. Who's
Right.
stronger than Cat, really? Who's stronger than OG?
Mm.
Let's go inside. Punish these guys. Because we cannot afford in the playoffs to shoot 40% of our shots from 3 and they don't go in, and you're not recognizing that. And we halfway through the 4th quarter, down
Right.
20 points.
I just want to give you a bone. Like anytime we shoot greater than 37.5 threes, we're 25 and 6. When we shoot under that mark, we are 17 and 19, below 500.
That just highlights when our threes go down, we win. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
100%.
we can point at everything else. That's the common denominator in every big loss is that threes weren't going.
Facts.
That's it. That's all I
Facts.
got.
Yeah, listen, man. I appreciate you. Being available. The people they listen when they want encores. We got to give them what they want, man. They felt like
I
you could.
appreciate
I do feel like
whoever
you.
shouted me out, man.
My man
People,
Tugboat
shout out
Taylor.
to you.
Yeah, my man.
Shout out to
Yep.
you, Tugboat. Appreciate you, fam.
Yeah. He was like, yo, Lopez. He's like, get Lopez. Because I'm like, who you want to give it to? He said, Lopez. I said, okay, I'm going to get him back on. And I saved your name while you were live. So now, anytime you call, I got you.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good night.
Big time salute, Lopez. Great call.
All right.
All right. So yeah, that's how it works, y'all. So you guys could donate a call. If somebody cooked and you like their message, you could always donate a call to that person. All right. I'm gonna add that to the slide when I get the chance. Listen, y'all know I be super damn busy, but I will add that to the slide because I think it's a powerful feature to keep the community engaged. You feel me, Tugboat? So hopefully, you see your man. He represented. Big time salute to El Figgy once again. Let's see who else is in the chat. My man Zach, big time salute to you. Okay. JJ is disappointed. Okay, cool, man. Great to see you guys in the building, man. Continue to smash the like button. We cooking with hot grease. What's today? Today is Wednesday. Okay, yeah. So Wednesday is the late night vibe. I didn't do the Monday game, the Clippers game, not because we lost and I'm scared. No, I didn't do it because it's not a late night kind of vibe. But Wednesday, Thursday, that's when like people, you guys are up a little bit later because I don't want to be on here not talking to nobody, but continue to smash those like buttons, all right, and get us to 100 likes, all right. And by the way, also, if you're not subscribed, just to let you guys know, we do got the 5K giveaway where we will be giving away this Jalen Brunson trading card because we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And anytime we reach a particular milestone, we will donate. We will give away this card and other giveaways when we reach those milestones. So this is a good time to subscribe. What's going on, El Figgy? In the place to be. What's going on, Figgy? Hopefully these guys didn't scare you out the Discord. I know it gets a little, these guys are a little rough around the edges, but and we sure do miss you, your commentary. So I'm glad you called up. What is it you would like to share with the Knick Nation tonight?
No, I love the Discord. I love it.
Okay.
It's
great.
this West Coast. Yeah, no, this West Coast trip keeps you up late, man. I gotta get up early, but I'm like, you know what? There's a lot to unpack.
I'm sorry, Figgy. I apologize. I'm a vampire. Do not hang out with me.
You're good, Karan. You're good. I'm a night owl too. It's all good, man. It's all good.
Okay.
No,
So where you want to go?
Here. It's a lot to unpack,
I know.
man. This
How you feel about Clarkson?
I'm glad he's back in the rotation. I'm going to tell you, I did not like to see him get 2 minutes, 3 minutes here and there.
Yeah, that was wild.
I didn't like that because they're peppering him in here and there. And I don't think that's fair, man. It's not right to put him in for 2-3 minutes when we're down by 10, 15 points. And then, his first 1 or 2 shots don't go down and they yank him out of the game. That's not really how you can play somebody coming in cold off the bench. You got to at least give them at least 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes to get into a rhythm.
Right.
And as you can see, when you give somebody a little bit more time, let them get into the flow of the game, you get 27 points. Beautiful. That's what we brought him here for.
Right. 100%. No, you're right. I think that is a major key, and the scoring has been down for the bench. And I'm gonna show them in a second what I'm, exactly what I'm talking about. And you're gonna need that balance. I understand they went with all defense, Figgy. It worked. We became the #1 defense. That's great. That's spectacular. But now you're getting 14 points from the bench, 22 points from the bench. Tonight you got like over 50 points from the bench just by playing this brother. So I'm happy to see him in the line. Anything else you would like to share about the game?
No, I mean, I think that this team's a mystery, man. It's hard to figure them out. It's the whole thing with McHale. I know everybody. Yeah, I know everybody's kind of getting down on McHale. And again, like I said earlier, I'm rooting for him. I'm not rooting against McHale. He wears a New York Knicks jersey. I'm rooting for him. We need him to be great, especially come playoff time. He's got playoff experience. Obviously, last year he helped us out in the Celtics series, especially. But he just can't string together consistent games, and it's hurting us because for anybody who is saying, man, these games don't matter, let's just get to the playoffs, I'm sorry, I don't go by that. I think that these games do matter. If we lose tonight, if we had lost tonight, if Brown doesn't take him out of the fourth quarter and we lose tonight, we're gonna fall down to the 4th seed. We have to at least move like a contending team. We have to at least move like a championship team. If we're
Right.
gonna go into every single game with no energy, dead legs, sleepwalking, down by double digits, and have to, we're not going out there motivated and with momentum to win. We're not, if we're not setting setting pace, it's gonna look bad. We can't do this. We can get away with this against the Utah Jazz. I don't
Right.
think we're gonna get away with this against the Boston Celtics. We're definitely not gonna get
No.
away with it against the Pistons.
No. Yeah. No, you're 100% right. You're not going to get away with it. That's why I'm glad we're going on this stretch so we can get it out of our system. That's what my hopes are. Before we see OKC again, we get the bum juice out, and we're ready to put our best effort forward so we can beat OKC.
Yeah, I just want it to get more consistent. I would like to see everybody gel. I think that Jalen, I like to see Jose come in there too when he did. I think that for all that he doesn't maybe shoot like Jalen, what Jose does, that's great. When we're kind of stagnant, the shots aren't falling, he comes in and he pushes pace. How many passes did he have down court to push it towards, it was, I think, Jordan Clarkson. I think he had a couple for OG Anunoby where, some quick passes, you get a quick layup, you get a dunk. He pushes pace. He's pesky. He gets around the ball. He starts poking at the ball. When you're playing defense like that, it doesn't let the offense get set.
Right.
And that's not a bad thing. The thing with McHale, again, the biggest issue I have McHale and Josh Hart in the starting five is, as you can see, Jalen is getting hemmed up. He's getting double and triple teamed sometimes. And part of that is because teams are not, they're not going to defend McHale. They're not going to defend Josh Hart. So we can go ahead. We're going to put two bodies on Jalen. We're going to, know what? We'll take our chances with McHale and his fake drive to the basket where he's just going to pull up for a fadeaway midi. And if he gets it, he gets it. But he's not going to really drive to the basket, draw fouls. His 3-point shot is off. We'll take our chances with him, with his little fadeaway midi.
Right.
We'll take it. Or his fake draw, or his fake drives where he kicks it out to somebody who has a defender on him. And that's the biggest problem. With McHale in, it puts more pressure on Jalen because now he's getting double teamed because nobody's going to guard McHale like that.
Bingo. You hitting it on the nail. I be trying to tell these guys, and what gets me is the grenade where they pass it back to Brunson after they just be so indecisive, not wanting to shoot.
10 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm glad to see that Mike Brown is kind of figuring it out. I'm glad to see Jordan Clarkson back in the rotation. I never thought he deserved to be taken out. And, let's go, man. Let's make this push in March.
I appreciate you, Figgy. Great call. And get some rest. So, don't hang out too late. And, let's go Knicks, man. I appreciate it.
All right. I appreciate you.
All right. Big time salute. All right. You see, the ladies that call into the show, they watch basketball. Like they have their points of views. They, very strong points. They watch the game. I was trying to tell Errol that when Angie called up last night, I said, yo, just listen. Even if you disagree, but I agree with what she was saying. I think that we can't take our foot off the gas, right? Thinking that, oh yeah, we're going to be fine. We got to put our foot on these guys' necks. I'm happy we ended the game the way we did with two. We pretty much had 78 points in the second half, right? We had 40 in the third quarter, and then we finished. We could have had 40 in the fourth quarter, but the alley hoop got broken up with Pacome Dadier. I thought that the defense returned in the fourth quarter. That makes me optimistic going forward. Listen, the number one stat for there's not just one. There's a bunch of stats, but one of the main stats for the Knicks that I like is leading into the fourth quarter. Anytime we lead going into the fourth quarter, we are 36-2. I tell the Discord all the time. I say, yo, this game was over. I knew we were going to win. And I told them that in the first half. Like, all right, cool. Let me show you guys some numbers, right? Let me show you guys some numbers. Okay, because like I always say, they watch basketball, I see numbers. Hold on, give me 2 seconds to get this back up there. Bam. All right, bet. So one of the things that I seen in the first half, and I wrote this down in my 82 nights. I said, okay, the Utah Jazz had 20, like 20-some points. Hold on, let me give you the exact number. They had 14 points off turnovers, and I think they had 21 fast break points. Once I saw that, I said, oh, this game is over. That the reason why they're up is because, you know, they were turning us over, right? I believe we had 10 assists, 10 turn. I'm sorry. We had 14 assists, 7 turnovers, or is that 10 turnovers? I think we had 7 turnovers in the first half, right? And so they were capitalizing off of points of turnover. And even not just turnovers, they were capitalizing off misses. So anytime we would miss, they would be out. So I'm like, oh man, I know that in the last 10 games, right, the Utah Jazz, they were scoring, well, they gave up 19 fast break points, but on their end, they averaged 21.9 points off turnovers, right? And they also averaged 19.4 fast break points. I said, oh, they're about to run out of gas. This is not what they do. They get to these marks and that's it. Also, you gotta respect the tank. One of the things I kept putting in the Discord, I said, yo, man, it just looked kind of funny to me. Now, big time, you know, well, I'm gonna give all my regards to the brother George who left the game, but he literally just ran out back to the locker room. I'm like, what is this? And I don't want to make it like the brother's not really hurt, you know, because the brother possibly is really hurt. But it just looked like a movie to me. Like, okay, enough is enough. We're trying to tank. We're not really trying to win this game. And we know that Utah, they're trying to get a good pick. But I don't want to take nothing away from the boys in the orange and blue. I felt like we tightened up our defense. You know, we did a great job holding this team to, you know, slowing them down and being able to come back in the game and protecting the ball, you know, more in the second half than we did in the first half. So once I seen that, I knew they were going to burn out. It just was too many factors going in our way. Then you add the 37 assists. Usually when we get these amount of assists, we win. Anytime we get 30 plus assists, it's usually a win. Hold on, let me give you the exact stat. Let me not be the lazy stat guy, because I could easily just pull it up. But once we reach that mark, you know, I it's just too much confluence for me. Just like, it's just too many. Even the OG Anunoby, the 20, if you want to go by that as well, the 20 points when OG gets the 20 points. I don't really keep track of that stat, but that's a stat that everyone's throwing around. But it just was a lot of things numbers-wise that were clicking for me that I knew this, it was just like inevitable. So, you know, anytime the Knicks get 30 or more assists, we are 20-3. So I knew that, you know, getting the assist, the ball movement was fantastic. Turnovers don't kill us like that. It does, but it really doesn't. But I felt like we did a better job because they had 14 points off turnovers in the first half. They only got 2 in the second half. Like I kind of predicted that, you know. And the big difference for me, and this is why I think that Jordan Clarkson needs to play. We had well over 50 points. Let me see. Do the math, 31 plus 20, 51 points from the bench tonight. Let me tell you the last time we got 50 points from the bench. Give me 2 seconds. That was the Denver win, okay? That was the last time we seen a bench get 50 points, all right? In fact, in that Denver game, the bench, they had, hold on, 2 seconds. 55, right? And then before that, the last time the bench got over 50 points was Philadelphia, which was well over 10 games ago. And in that Philadelphia game, we had 72 bench points. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Jordan Clarkson played in this game. But the key Master Miyagi stat to know that in the last 16 games coming into this game, the bench has scored over 37.5 points only twice. And anytime, and the reason why I use 37.5 points, it's because that is the league average for bench points last season. So we're a subpar scoring bench. And the reason why is, well, Deuce McBride definitely being hurt definitely hurts our efforts, but also self limitation in terms of not giving Jordan Clarkson time. He could help with the bench scoring. He was averaging 9 points a game before his demotion. And then after that, now he's down to, I believe, 8 points a game. But, well, this game might have boosted him up. But Jordan Clarkson has to play. You're not getting enough points from your bench. Your offense is struggling. We did a show earlier today. How many of you guys was on the show earlier today? I told you guys that Jalen Brunson is playing way more minutes now because the bench have underproduced. How much minutes did Jalen Brunson play tonight? 33 minutes. I wonder why. Do you think that it's irony? Is it a mystery? No. Jordan Clarkson brought stability to the game, so now you didn't have to rely on Jalen Brunson to give you more minutes because he's the only one that can create and facilitate offense. Jordan Clarkson is not a playmaker for others, but he is for himself. He was my Knick of the night tonight. 100%, without a doubt. And the best thing about Jordan Clarkson's game, and this is something that people underestimate, is his rebounding. Jordan Clarkson rebounds at a pretty solid rate for a guard. So if you wanna give Jordan Clarkson a bone, so to speak, say that he puts effort on the glass. He does. I wouldn't say he's a great rebounder, but he at least gives you that. We know that he's not great on the ball, but with Jose and Shabbat, you better put Jordan Clarkson out there, especially with Hart not being there. You're going to need the offense off the bench. He's a walking, well, he used to average 18 off the bench, 6-man, all of that stuff, but he could easily get you 12 points off the bench. Easy. Easy until Deuce gets back. I feel like you're missing Deuce's offenses and explosion. But Jordan Clarkson, like somebody called up earlier and said, Jordan Clarkson is the best playmaker. Well, not the best playmaker. He's besides Brunson, he's the best at getting his own bucket, especially getting downhill to get a bucket. Right? Just his bag. Maybe he doesn't score as much as the other guys, but bag-wise, this brother definitely has been more than solid. Okay? So that's why I am advocating for Jordan Clarkson. The offense has been suffering for a long time. I'm not just, one thing about me, just so you know, if you don't know, I am the objective fan. I don't say things because of one game. I have a show called the Knicks in 10 Show, where we review the Knicks every 10 games. I tell you exactly where they are. I make predictions. The one prediction that I was off on, or is I'm not going to say I was off. I'm going to say rather is delayed, because it could still happen, especially during this stretch, is the offensive resurgence, the offense coming back. Now, tonight was an example of what I was thinking. Now, I know this is not the greatest defense, but this right here, putting up 134 points, 130 points is another magical number. It's one of like the 4 magical stats that I call it. Anytime we get over 130 points, we are 13-2. So the offense clicking, but the real magic number is the 110-point mark. Okay? When we get over that 110-point mark, we got a really good record. Hold on, I'll tell you, because I don't like to leave you in suspense. I could easily just pull it up. I'm in the 82 Nice Club right now. Bam. Anytime we get over 110 points, and hold on, let me just make sure my math is all the way right, because, okay, cool. Anytime we get over 110 points, we are 37-13. Okay? And my bad. 37-13. Okay? So the offense clicking, we got to get to the 110-point mark. I would love to get to the 120-point mark. But if the offense is clicking like this, even against these bad teams, that can propel us back to where we need to go. So now when it's time to go up against Oklahoma City Thunder in the Garden, by the way, the reason why I think we could win this Oklahoma City game is because we got a really good record at home against 500 and above teams, believe it or not. And so you come off hot. Let's say you go on an 8-game winning streak and they're going to diminish you. They're going to say, oh, the Knicks, oh, you're beating a bunch of bad teams. Pick on somebody your own size. And that's what we're going to do. There's a lot of the good things that can happen. Do not be down on this team. We're in a good position. I read an article today telling you that they predicted that us and the Boston Celtics will end in a tie. And if we win on April 9th, we will own the tiebreaker, thus giving us the advantage in the season because the Celtics have one of the hardest schedules to close the season. And they already dropped to the Spurs. Did they play tonight? Or do they play tomorrow? I think they play tomorrow. Yeah, I've been having the Celtics in my scope. Yeah, they play tomorrow. I'm definitely watching this game 100%. What time they play? They play 9:30. There won't be no lives at 9:30 tomorrow. I will be watching this Celtics Thunder game 100,000%. And I need to see if this is for real and the Oklahoma City Thunder going to give them the test that they've been looking for. So the Boston Celtics, we can catch them. Don't look at the standings now and think that, oh, man, everything is out of reach. We're only 2 games back with like 15 games left. They're right there. Stay ahead of Cleveland. Get your differential up. You'll be all right. Of course, Detroit picked their differential up. I'm watching Detroit on the differential. Charlotte Hornets kind of, they trying to get their way up. And I predict that the Bucks are cooked. And they know it. So that's my take on Jordan Clarkson, why I think he should be back in the offense. In the last 10 games, I give you the last 10 games as well. Because I got those numbers here. In the last 10 games coming into this game, the Knicks offense of rating the offensive rating is a 114.1. It's not that good. That's like a -3. So Jordan Clarkson can help with that. He can help get buckets. And also, I got to give a big time salute to my man Josh Hart because he did something I thought was honorable. I felt like Josh Hart sat out on purpose to let Jordan Clarkson get the light. Big time salute to my man Josh Hart. He's technically the MVP on the night because he gave Jordan Clarkson this moment. Because had Josh Hart played, Clarkson might have got garbage time minutes, if that. But listen, y'all, I want to thank you guys for rocking with me. I will be back tomorrow. Okay, smash that like button on the way out. All right, so we can get up to 100 likes. I do appreciate you guys, man. And until next time, as always, go. Man.